So you can find me on Instagram. My Instagram handle is daisy_never-too-sweet. And yeah, from the name you can tell I like desserts, but I also do a lot of lifestyle, and I'm doing more about what I call Daisy friendly. So, places that are disabled friendly, but not just being wheelchair, because I'm not, a full-time wheelchair user yet. But yeah, so my accessibility requirements are very different. So it doesn't have to be, no stairs, because I can climb up a couple of steps, but it's the long distance. Or it could be, accessibility means a lot of other things, that you don't have to be in a wheelchair or crutches. It could be, sensory, the menu, you need it in a different format because of eye issues. So yeah, so I'm looking forward to exploring more and sharing more Daisy-friendly places with you. Having enough space to chop your vegetables safely. I think that's really important because, if you're cramped, that's one thing. I think the height of appliances is another. So, not having to, and having things in the right space, so in the right sequence as well. So, having enough space to chop your vegetables and then putting them into, a casserole or whatever, and then actually putting it in the oven. To having it it's sequential is really important. But really for me, it's the height of the appliance. So, not having to bend down. So, sometimes you might be cooking something on the stove and the liquid is still hot or warm, and then you're having to lug it across the kitchen and then opening the oven to put it in. That is really difficult for me. So I think, having it at bench level is really convenient for me, and it's just safer as well. So I'm really excited. So it's 3 appliances in one. And like I said before, benchtop real estate is precious. We don't all have that luxury. And I think it also helps with cooking time. So, I might be able to microwave some foods first and then crisp it up using the grill function or the convection oven function. So again, that means I don't need to take it out much. I could just maybe pull it out, sprinkle some cheese, pop it back in. That would be really handy. And it's just 3 in 1. So I don't have to have 3 different appliances. And it's just a lot safer. So right now my oven is in the butler's pantry, and my microwave is on top of the oven. So for me, it's actually not the right height. It's quite high up. So sometimes if you microwave things, and again, if it's hot liquid, it's actually quite dangerous. And I've had it before with spills. It's also not easy to wipe. My current microwave also has a turntable that gets quite dirty. So that's another cleaning issue. And yeah, I have to use 3 different things. So I might, again, like I said before, I would microwave some foods, kind of pre-cook it, halfway cook it in the microwave, and then having to take it down. That motion is also quite difficult depending on how heavy the things are. So, I might do 1.5 kilos of beef cheeks with a whole heap of vegetables. That pot actually ends up being 2-3 kilos, which is actually a bit too difficult for me. But if it's all in bench space, I can just slide it and just pop it into the one appliance. So right now, where where my oven is, it's just really difficult. So where my KitchenAid is, or my mixer is, to do that, to line my cake tin, pop the batter in, and to walk over to the oven is actually really difficult. And my partner's not always home, so it's just me. So I've decided I've just stopped because it was too difficult. But now I'm really excited because it's the same appliance that I use. The microwave is also the oven, so it's easy. I also work from home, so lunches and things like that, it's quite difficult. Sometimes I want soup for lunch, but I know I can't microwave it because it's too heavy. It's in the wrong spot. But now that I'm going to be putting this combination oven on the bench top, I know it's accessible. Again, sliding is my best friend. Microwave, heat it up and slide it. My house is a bit older. I genuinely think the benches are a bit higher. So if it was a bit lower, it'll be a bit easier. And I have a bench in the kitchen. It would be nice if there was wheels on it as well, so I can wheel myself around. But again, that is a hazard as well, right? There's so much liquid and hot food in the kitchen. So yes, sliding is my best friend, safely. And I actually don't know how someone cooks in a wheelchair. Like in my kitchen, I don't think it would be possible. Or even here, just because of the height. Like I think you would have to chop everything. Because right now I've got that stool and I can still chop everything, do everything on the bench top. But if you're in a wheelchair, you're lower. So you would most likely have to chop everything on the table, then move over there. Yeah. Using more of a wheelchair if I want to, but definitely not standing. So I used to stand in the kitchen a lot more, but now I'm using a stool. But eventually, I might use a wheelchair more because then I can transition a bit better. But then I've got other issues because I can't feel my legs. I know I keep harping on about it, but hot liquids is a really big thing because I could be putting something that's hot on my thigh and I'll will myself to the oven or whatever it is, thinking it'll be fine, but you burn your thighs. Or and just lots of spills and things, which is also dangerous for slips and just a lot of burning. I've burnt myself quite a few times, and it's quite common. And even with my current microwave as well, because it's higher up, I microwave something, the steam has burnt me before. I know I keep harping on about, but just having that perfect bench height is just really important. So I can see exactly what I'm doing. I'm not reaching up. I'm not bending down. It's just eye level. I chop, I mix, I bake, everything is just eye level. Can I keep this a combination oven? Yes, definitely keeping this combination oven. Thermomix, I am an avid Thermomixer. And not associated with them at all, been using it for years, but I find that appliance as well very accessible. So that handle, no matter how hot the food is, like steaming heat, which is over 120 degrees I believe, that handle is never hot. So I find that really helpful. And for me, standing in front of an open fire is a bit difficult, and even if so, then I would use my stool, but then it's a bit wobbly. So do I eventually in my dream kitchen have that wheelchair height, so then I can fry something without worrying about slipping, falling, things like that. I've always loved baking. I lived in a different apartment before, and that was a little bit more, I like to call daisy friendly. So the oven was behind like my mixer. So that was quite easy to turn around, pop the food in. But like I said, now it's not. So I'm really excited to start baking again. Cakes, muffins, cookies, and and it's winter now, so stews and grilling things. So I'm just really excited to have like an oven, but also not just a round convectional one. And this is like, I don't need 3 appliances, it's just all in one. So I'm really excited about that. Reheating lunches, I'm really excited about lunch now, so I can maybe retire the tuna and corn for lunch and actually and there are those things you can put into the microwave to steam. I actually have one of those devices where you can steam in the microwave. So again, I haven't been doing that because my microwave was in the wrong position. It was too high, but now I can. So I can actually steam my own dim sums for lunch. Really excited about lunches now at home. Safety is such a big thing. Like burning myself is a really big thing. And slips, like spillages is another one that's really big. Yeah. Because your crutches, if you slip, you slip.